In this video, we're going to talk about 10 brutal truths about working out. Some people don't like to think about these things, but if you can embrace them, you will get so much more out of your training. And you won't be one of those people that quit after 2 weeks or 2 months or even 2 years of training. So let's start right now. Truth 1. Your muscles are not going to look good all the time. So, for example, in this video, my physique looks pretty decent, right? But actually, I've been dieting down for a photo shoot that is happening in 5 days from now. So my body fat percentage is lower than usual. It is not uncommon for me to walk around anywhere between 12 and 13% body fat year-round. So when you see some of these influencers on Instagram that look really lean and they look like they're, 8% body fat all the time, that's just not realistic. And if you try to force yourself to get into that shape, you'll end up overtraining and undereating, and you're not going to have a very good life. So just keep in mind that your body's going to change all the time. It's going to look better at certain points of the year than other points of the year, and that's totally normal. You shouldn't get too caught up in how you look in the mirror. Truth. 2. Injuries are inevitable. Yeah, unfortunately, injuries are going to happen at some point. It might happen today. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen in 6 months from now, but you are going to get injured at some point in your life. It's just the nature of lifting heavy weights. You're putting a lot of stress on your body, and sometimes your body breaks down. The best thing you can do is focus on progressively overloading the correct way. So make sure you have proper form. Make sure you're slowly increasing the weight load over time. That way, you'll reduce your risk of injury. But ultimately, there is no way to completely prevent injuries. I've trained for over 5 years, and I've had many injuries throughout my career. But it's part of the process, and you just got to roll with the punches and try to come back stronger than ever. Truth 3. The more you train, the more you realize how little you know. I remember when I was a beginner, I thought I knew everything, and I would watch every single video that had anything to do with fitness. But as you train for longer and longer, you realize there is always something more to learn. There is always some new study. There is always some new protocol. There is always something that comes out that tells us what we did yesterday was wrong. So I think it's really important to keep learning and keep evolving and never think you know everything because you don't know everything. You can't know everything, and it's impossible to know everything. So just always keep in mind that you could learn something new every single day. Truth 4. Progress is not linear. This means that there will be times where you're making progress, and it seems like everything is going great, and then there will be times where you feel stuck. So for example, I've been stuck gaining any kind of upper body strength for about 4 months now. No matter how much work I put in, I just can't seem to get stronger. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not putting in the work. It doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong. It's just a part of the process. Your body will go through periods of time where it's able to adapt and get stronger, and then there will be times where it needs a deload. You need to take a step back in order to take 2 steps forward. This also applies to your diet. There will be times where you're getting leaner and you're looking better, and there will be times where you feel like you're retaining water and you're looking worse. It's just part of the process. You just have to stick to the plan and trust that you will eventually reach your goals. Truth 5. Lifting heavy weights is not just for men, and lifting light weights is not just for women. So why is this even a thing? Why do people believe this? I don't know. But it's something that needs to change. So everyone should lift heavy weights. Doesn't matter if you're a man, a woman. It doesn't matter what sport you play. Everyone should be lifting heavy weights. Everyone should be trying to become stronger. So stop believing this BS that you heard online and just start lifting heavy weights. If you want to be strong, if you want to look good naked, if you want to improve your quality of life, then start lifting heavy weights. Truth 6. A lot of people won't understand what you're doing. You will constantly have people in your life that don't understand why you're spending so much time in the gym. They won't understand why you're eating the way that you're eating. They won't understand why you're prioritizing your health and your fitness above them. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. You just have to accept that some people will never understand what you're doing. And that's because they're not living in your shoes. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know the pain that you've endured. They don't know the goals that you have. So that's okay. Don't try to explain yourself to them. Just keep pushing forward and just do your own thing. Truth 7. Results take time. This is something that beginners especially struggle with. They expect to see results immediately. They expect to start training today and look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in 3 weeks from now. But that's just not how it works. Building muscle, burning fat, improving your athletic performance takes a long time. Years. I've been training for 5 years, and I'm still improving. So there's no reason to rush the process. No reason to take shortcuts. Just stick to the plan, put in the work, and trust that results will happen eventually. Truth 8. You're going to feel lonely at times. This is another downside of taking this journey alone. Sometimes you're going to feel left behind. Sometimes you're going to feel isolated. Sometimes you're not going to want to cook another chicken breast. Sometimes you're not going to want to go to the gym. And when those times come up, it's important to remember why you started in the first place. What was the reason that made you want to begin this journey in the first place? Was it because you wanted to be healthier? Was it because you wanted to feel better about yourself? Was it because you wanted to set an example for your family and friends? Whatever the reason, just remember that and use that as fuel to push you forward when you feel like giving up. Truth 9. Pain is part of the process. I know this sounds cliche, but it's true. Pain is part of the process. You're going to have days where your muscles are going to be so sore that it's hard to move. You're going to have days where you feel like quitting. You're going to have days where you're pushing yourself beyond your limits, and that's okay. That's what it takes to build muscle and strength. Now, that's not an excuse to train with bad form and cause injury. Of course not. That's not what I'm saying at all. But there is a certain amount of pain that you have to endure in order to build muscle and get stronger. So embrace the pain and use it as fuel to push you forward. And finally, truth 10. Your perception of yourself will change. The more you train, the more you start to believe in yourself. The more you push yourself physically, the more you start to realize what you're capable of. And that's a great feeling. It's a feeling that carries over into other areas of your life. So not only will you look better, not only will you feel better physically, but you'll also feel better mentally. You'll feel more confident. You'll feel more disciplined. You'll feel more motivated. And that's because you're training your mind as well as your body. And that's the beautiful thing about training. It's not just about physical gains. It's also about mental gains. So that's it for the 10 brutal truths about training. Let me know in the comments below which one of these truths you think is the most important. Like always, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. And I'll see you guys in the next one.